Now then, ladies, here's a sight you don't see too often, a man on his hands and knees. Hello, David, again.
Hi, how are you doing?
What are you up to this time?
Well, I know we're going to clean the carpet, but I've got to make it dirty to start with. Now, we've had this one, and people have been treading on it, walking on it. We've got shoe polish, poster paint. It's a dirty, filthy, horrible mess. And what I'm going to do is show you a very quick, simple and easy way to get your carpets at home absolutely bright and clean.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
and
really
that's
is.
a thing that can strike at any time. And actually, you might not even realise that over the years, your carpets have been through the mill a bit.
Exactly. Now, what this is a fantastic cleaner. It works on the foam that's created when it's in use. Now, I'm going to spray this on, and you can see it looks like I'm spraying white paint on here, but I'm actually not. What it's doing is it's breaking down the dirt, and it's actually starting to take the stain away from the carpet. But as I move it around, you've got to remember the stain is still in there. I'm moving it around and it's converting that into foam. The foam is drawing the dirt out of the carpet. You can see the foam's very dirty. And actually what's happening is it's starting to clean very, very quickly and simply.
And you only sprayed a few times?
I did spray only a few times, straight from the bottle. So when it's concentrated, it's very powerful. It's not going to harm you or the surfaces you use it on, but it's going to clean all of the dirt completely out. Now, that was from those few small sprays, and you can see there, using my fingers, that's how it works.
That's
brilliant, isn't it?
Incredible, isn't it?
The dirt is in the foam. So it's the foam that encapsulates the dirt, draws it out of the carpet, never to return. Now, that's how you're going to clean small spots and stains. Obviously, you can do it with a cloth or a brush.
Yep.
I'm just using my fingers. But what if you've got a larger area?
Which most of us have.
Most of us have indeed. So if you're going to clean a larger area, remember you get in this kit, you get the 3 bottles and you get the applicator with the handle and the trigger head. So you've got a fantastic kit to go all around the house.
Hang on, where's the plug?
The plug? What's the plug?
To plug it in.
No, you don't need it. There's nothing electric. It's very light, it's simple, and it's easy to use. Now, you can see the rollers and the brushes in the applicator. I'm putting that in an ordinary washing up bowl. I've just put a few capfuls of the concentrate into the water. You bounce it up and down, and that's giving you the actual foam that's going to do the cleaning. Now, you don't want to plonk that straight on your carpet. Plonk, that's a technical expression. You don't plonk it straight on the carpet because you will soak and saturate the carpet. So draw that gently across the edge of the bowl, and I think you'll agree there, we've got a nice rich foam in those rollers, and that's what's going to do the cleaning. Now then you place it on the pile of the carpet and you simply move your arm backwards and forwards, and in a matter of seconds that will clean and bring back colours and light that you'd forgotten were even there. And I think you'll agree, Derek, that in itself is absolutely amazing.
I tell you what, obviously I've seen this demonstration before, but what gets me is how much you can do in such a little time, David.
It is fantastic. And it's very, very simple to use and very light. Now remember, when you've done a small area like that, take the applicator, place it back in the bowl and bounce it up and down. What happens is the dirt falls out of the rollers and the brushes. It cleans itself, basically. So the dirt falls to the bottom of the bowl, it reloads with foam, draw it across the edge of the bowl to remove the excess liquid, and you carry on. Now with this system, your carpets are dry half an hour to an hour later because you're not soaking and saturating them.
Well, you've not had to dedicate a whole weekend to it either. I mean, I've had to do this before where you have to hire one of those machines that go sound like a tank going across the carpet.
Exactly.
You have to go and pick it up, you have to go and pay for it, you have to remember to take it back as well.
Exactly.
It's just a hassle and a chore that you don't need in your life.
It is, and also it's a backache as well because they are very heavy and difficult and awkward to use. Now let me just show you, not just for poster paint, for shoe polish, for all of those things, but what if you've got stains like food stains, beetroot for instance. Now beetroot's a difficult one because it goes on the surface and it actually leaves a very deep red stain. So I'm rubbing that in so hard I'm actually breaking up the beetroot. I was going to have that for my lunch, but it's had it now, isn't it?
Maybe not.
Let me show you. So we've got red wine as well. Now red wine should never be spilled.
No.
And drunk moderately as well, by the way.
So, and don't chase red wine with white wine because what a waste of wine that is.
Exactly, it is indeed. So we've got cola on there, we've got coffee. Let me rub that in deep into the pile of the carpet. So now we've got a complete and utter mess.
And that could be an accident from the cat or the dog as well, couldn't it?
It could, yeah, indeed. And now we're going to rub some shoe polish in there. So that's a dirty, filthy, horrible mess as well. And last but not least, we're going to put fountain pen ink in there as well.
He's still got it.
Yes, so let me just show you. That's right, the old fountain pen.
Still got it.
Let me show you. We've got beetroot, red wine, coffee, cola, shoe polish, and we've also got fountain pen ink as well. So I'm going to use it straight from the bottle. I'm just going to put a capful there and I'm just going to drizzle that along. And once again, you'll see, just using one capful, that's already started to work. You can see it changes. It starts to annihilate the stain and it starts to soak it up and take it completely away from the surface. I'm just using my fingers. Now that's obviously a very simple, easy way of doing it. If you're going to do it with a cloth, with a brush, with the applicator, it will get those stains out. By the way, for quick, easy use, on fresh stains, it works in a matter of seconds. For old, dried-in stains, give it a little bit longer, but you'll still get a fabulous, fabulous result. That is brilliant.
This is very, very different then to our other cleaners because this is kind of like a dual action then, isn't it?
Yes.
So the formula is going to work, but it's the foam that's actually lifting everything out.
Yes.
And really doing the job.
Exactly. And what it's doing is it's taking the stain away. Not only is it taking the colour of the stain away, and it won't harm the fabrics or the materials or the carpet you use it on, it's taking the stain away and it encapsulates it in the foam. You can see that pink foam from the red wine. Never to return. A lot of cleaners, once you've used them, the stain suddenly comes back. With this, because it actually lifts the stain out, the stain will never ever come back. And you can see there, even the foam is doing the cleaning. It's absolutely fantastic.
Do you know what? I think we all need some of this in our lives, don't we? Here's what you're going to get in the pack. You're going to get 3 bottles of the Carpet Master. Now, again, with us, we've shown you lots and lots of trade formulas before. This is a trade formula. In fact, like the other ones, it does have a price on the bottle as well. It's indicated it should be sold just 1 bottle at $9.99. You're getting 3 of those. You are getting that brilliant sponge head applicator for doing the larger areas, plus the extension pole for doing that as well. That's what you're getting in your kit here. And I would say, even without knowing the price tag, seeing what it can do, I'd be starting to think about calling right now, because if it can get out those nasty stains, and we've tried some really, really difficult stains as well. We've had red wine, we've had coffee, we've had all kinds of filthy messes. This is one that we're going to need because it's going to save you. Oh, now would you look? $24.99. Think of how much that's going to save you. Do you know what? That's less than a day's cost hire of one of those great big heavy machines that you have to fill for the water, that judder across the carpet, that you hate doing. $24.99. You've got something you don't need to plug in. It doesn't need batteries or electricity. You just go and use it. And it's the power of that fabulous foam in the Carpet Master that's doing all of the whole work for you. $24.99. You've got more than enough there to see you through all of your spot stains and your carpets around the house. David, that's brilliant.
It is brilliant. And what happens with people when they get this, because we've been selling this for 30 odd years now.
Long time.
What you'll find is that people find more and more stains and spots and different things. Upholstery as well, and clothing stains, which I'll show you in a moment. There's a refill pack, because you'll eventually go through the liquid, you'll want some more. The refill packs on the website, they're actually $9.99 or 10, but yeah, $9.99 a bottle is the trade price. There's 3 bottles there, it's £30 trade price. It's a bit less than that on our website if you want to get the refill pack. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though, for everybody who calls, and if you call quick and sharp, get on the phone as quickly as you can. Don't miss this, please don't miss this. Get your 3 bottles, get your applicator and your long handle and your trigger spray, and I'll pop you the extra 3 bottle refill pack in on the top, absolutely free of all charge. You can't say better than that, but you've got to be quick and sharp to get it.
Right.
There's the extra 3.
I'm taking it. Before he changes his mind, I'm taking it. So we are doubling the deal. As David says, this Carpet Master is a trade formula and should be sold at £10 a bottle. So technically this is, you could view this as £30 worth. You're paying just $24.99. You're already getting 3 bottles of it as well, but now we're doubling the bottles for you as well. So another 3 bottles on the top, absolutely free of all charge. So that is now what you are getting, twice the amount of bottles, but the same fabulous price. So $24.99, and you're now getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those fantastic bottles of the Carpet Master. So whether it is spot stains or whether it's your entire carpet that just needs a bit of a refresh, then this is the product to do it with. Give us a call right now, 0808 123 3333. Now do remember, it is a free telephone number. I have to say personally, I haven't seen this product on TV since we were around in the mid-2000s, and I do remember both on our live and our pre-recorded demonstrations that we did back then, this was the product that had queues on the phones all of the time. Now do remember when you're calling us, because the number starts 08, it's a free call from landlines and from mobiles, so do it right now. Don't wait to the end of the show, because what happens is the phone lines get very, very busy, and this has not been on your screens for a long, long time. Maybe you've got the original Carpet Master from when we were around the first time and you're thinking, brilliant, it's back. EGR's back, and now the Carpet Master's back as well. Stock up on yours now while you can, because actually when you see what this can do, and when you share with other people what it can do as well, I tell you what, you will definitely be glad that you have got yours, because we really do put this to the test. It's not one of those things where we just go, right, okay, well, we'll just do one little test to see if it sort of works. We really put this to the test with some of the really most difficult stains.
Yes.
Now, we've seen on patterned carpets, but a lot of people have just got, you know, run-of-the-mill, and actually cream carpets and beige carpets are the world's worst for stains.
They are, and very popular these days to have plain carpets, but as you say, very difficult to keep in great shape.
Yeah, it is.
Now, again, if you've got a dirty stain, and a lot of people will look at this carpet and think, well, that's a nice grey colour.
Yeah.
But actually, that's not the real colour of the carpet. If I just put a little bit on there from straight from the cap of the from the bottle and just move it around with my finger, you can start to see the real colour is there. And actually, the dirty foam is drawing the dirt out. Now, as we always mention, the micelles in the foam, it's a special formula. Not all formulas will do this, and by the way, it doesn't dry sticky. It dries to a crystal, to a powder. And what happens is after half an hour to an hour, you simply vacuum away, and it takes away all of the dirt that's been encapsulated. Even the dirty foam is starting to clean.
And that makes the job so much simpler, doesn't it?
Simpler and easier, yep, absolutely.
Just a quick question, David.
Yes.
I mean, obviously you're using your fingers there.
Yes.
Do I need rubber gloves or anything
Well,
like that?
everybody's different. You know, some people have more sensitive skin. It doesn't bother me, but some people may do. There's always, as there are now on every product, even on a washing up liquid, they reckon you should use rubber gloves.
Right.
So it's up to you entirely. It's your choice. You know, you do that decision yourself. But look how it works. I've mixed the solution in the bowl, and basically I bounce the applicator up and down. An ordinary washing up bowl is all you need. A few capfuls of the concentrate.
So you don't need a lot then?
You don't need a lot. With a pint of the water, mix it up, agitate the solution. We say agitate, but really I'm just bouncing the applicator up and down.
Yeah.
It's not like my mother-in-law. She can agitate the solution just by walking in the room. Just gives it one look and it foams up.
Oh dear.
No, I have
Brave
to say,
man.
no, seriously though, I love my mother-in-law. It's a daughter I can't stand. But watch this, very quick and simple.
She's out the back, you know.
If I place that on the carpet and move the applicator backwards and forwards, once again you'll see the brightness return. Now, it won't go dark after I've finished. It won't suddenly return to the original dirty colour, because I'm lifting all of the dirt out on the foam. And you can see the foam on the applicator, the foam's in the rollers now, and the foam is dirty, it's drawn the dirt out. Place that applicator back in the bowl, bounce it up and down. All that happens is, very, very simple, the dirt falls out of the rollers and brushes, you draw it across the edge of the bowl to remove the excess liquid, and you simply carry on. And you can clean a whole living room carpet. I'm not getting out of breath, it's not hard work, I'm not pushing, rubbing or scrubbing, it's just a simple sweeping action. And you let the applicator do the work. So all you're doing is moving your arm backwards and forwards, and bingo, that job is done. Absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what? You and I need to have a chat, because we've all seen these kind of situations. I remember a few years ago, I mean, the house I'm in right now doesn't have any carpets at all, but I do remember just before moving into it, rented a place for around about 6 months, and it had beige carpets all of the way through. And I've got my little Jacob, who may be 15, 16 years old, my cat, and bless him, he's knocking on a little bit, and you know, fur balls and you know, other little accidents occur. You know what it's like. Usually when you've been out to the supermarket or the dry cleaners often, and you've hired one of those machines for the weekend, you might have a special deal on it. It might be 40 or 50 quid for a weekend, but What a weekend. I think there's better ways to spend your weekend, isn't it, than juddering up and down your carpets with one of those machines, gallons of water all over the place and everything else. And they don't actually seem to make a huge difference. And sometimes it's only a small stain, isn't it? With something like this, you can just literally spray it on that stain. It could be anything. It could be one of the kids has been there with the, a pen or something, and you just need a small spot cleaned up. Then this is brilliant. And look at how much you're getting of it as well, because this is a trade formula, remember? Now, if we were just getting for our $24.99, and I feel like I say this all the time on this channel, but if that's all we were getting, just 3 bottles with the trade price of $9.99 each, and the trigger spray, plus of course the foam roller, and the extension handle as well for the bigger areas, if that's all we were getting for $24.99, do you know what? I would say to you, that's a flaming good deal. I nearly said something stronger there, but not this time of the day. But remember, we're actually putting another 3 bottles of this on the top at no extra charge right now. Technically speaking, I've got another £30 worth of Carpet Master in my hands here, but that's yours free if you call now. But remember, as always, we're not going to have massive stocks of this. In fact, it's taken a long, long time to reformulate and to get this back on your TV screens. In fact, to my mind, it's the best part of about 10, 15 years. So, would you please do yourself a favour? Do it for you and do it for friends and family as well, because when you see it work, you'll be telling them about it. You've got plenty of bottles if you want to share 1 or 2 with other people as well, and then send them our way. While you're getting the extra 3 bottles and it's just $24.99, absolutely take advantage of it. Do you know what? It's like the EGR, isn't it? It's one of those things that hasn't been around for a wee while. Lots of people so glad that it's back. But listen, come on, let's go and do some more demonstration. Let's go and see exactly what this does. Let's put this to the test, because the Carpet Master.
Yep.
Now, hang on a second.
Yes.
Now, I'm not the world's best genius, but this doesn't look like a carpet.
No, but it will work on all fabrics. It's a carpet and fabric cleaner, so great for stairs, for upholstery, for car upholstery as well. And if you've got any stains, curry, wine, tea, coffee colour, or even beetroot on an item of clothing. Now, that's a bad stain, a beetroot stain.
It's the worst.
It is one of the worst, if not the worst, you're right. So all I'm going to do with this, and I'm going to show you, this is great as a pre-treat. So what happens is, you see the beetroot stain, now you see it, and now you see it starting to disappear.
Wow.
And in exactly the same way as those stains on the carpet actually disappear, when I just smush this around, you'll see the stain has virtually gone. Now you throw it in the washing machine. Here's our washing machine, Derek. It's not very sophisticated, I agree.
It's
but
not even a twin tub, is it?
No, and all I'm going to do is pop that in there.
Yeah.
You can sort of draw that out while I hold the bowl.
Right.
And there you'll see, it's a combined washing machine where the 2 of us have to use it. So there we go. And
that's good.
That's come out nice and clean. Now give that a proper wash.
Yep.
And maybe even a second application if you've got a very bad stain on there.
Yep.
But I think you'll agree with me that just for a spray and a dip, I think you'll agree is pretty good. In fact, it's pretty perfect. So that's how it's going to work on clothes.
David,
on
just
grass stains for kids' clothes as well.
Oh, now
Brilliant
that's good.
for that.
Grass stains, because they are the worst, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a bit of a giveaway, aren't they?
Yes,
You have to watch yourself with those, don't you?
Definitely.
How long has this been around, David?
Well, I first went to America with this, and it was on American TV. Before shopping TV was even in the UK, I was in America, and that was around about 1989, 88, 89.
Yeah.
So that's when
the first channel wasn't here until late 80s, early 90s, wasn't it?
90s it was, yes, that's right. And so then it went on to that particular channel, and then it's been around, on and off ever since, and it's been in short supply. Let me show you. So actually, in the reality of it is that because it's such a good product and people love it and come back for more, that's why it's still here.
Yeah.
Simple and as easy as that.
Absolutely.
We've got stairs. Now, if you try and take a big, heavy machine up and down the stairs, it's going to be a bit of a backache, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a bit dangerous as well. Now, you might think that there's nothing particularly wrong with these stairs, but if I just give that a quick brush, and that's how quick and simple and easy it is, just to show you there, I think you can see straight away that that has cleaned. Just, if you see the before and after there, it's quite amazing, isn't it?
That is brilliant.
And it doesn't matter how many times you wipe your feet when you walk into a house, you'll always carry a little bit of dirt in with you on your shoes, and cats and dogs never quite get it right, do they?
No.
So,
well, actually, and me, I can remember, actually, before moving into this latest house, I went to see somebody else's house, and I didn't realise, up their garden path, I'd trodden on a little bit of mud.
Yeah.
and she had cream carpets, and so I left this little dot of mud all the way through her great big lounge. I was so embarrassed.
Did she ever invite you back?
No, and I didn't buy the house either.
There you go. Now let me show you again on here, because a lot of people say, well, will anything else clean that stain? I've got a particularly bad stain on here. I've got shoe polish, poster paint. It's a dirty, filthy, horrible, disgusting mess.
Oh, hang on.
And
it's this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm evacuating.
The aerosol. Well, what you do is you stand there and you spray it on. And actually what it does is it fills the room with a disgusting, smelly foam.
Horrible.
You're supposed to leave it on the surface for 10 or 15 minutes or even 10 seconds. They reckon actually a matter of seconds. Take a scrubbing brush and then you start scrubbing it in. To be honest, it lightens it. I will not, say anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
It does lighten the surface a little bit. But the problem is, look at that. It's not fantastic, is it?
It stinks to high heaven, let me tell you.
It does stink indeed. And, whether you leave it for seconds or for minutes or all day, I'm not that impressed with it. On your hands and knees with a scrubbing brush.
And also, environmentally as well. We're all environmentally aware. And it's funny, actually, because Carpet Master is almost, in that respect, ahead of its time anyway.
Yes, it is.
It was however many years ago it actually launched.
Yeah.
Because, it's something that is, it is safe.
Yes.
It hasn't got any major nasties at all in it. And it's the foam that's doing all the work. Again, it's not using any energy whatsoever. No batteries, no power.
That's right.
It's brilliant.
It is brilliant, and it uses just ordinary tap water.
Yeah.
So the great thing is, over the area where that other aerosol can didn't work, I'm using it just with a few sprays, using it with my fingers, and it works brilliantly. And if you want to show the exact action of it, using it with the applicator, again, remember, you bounce it up and down in the bowl, you place the applicator on the pile of the carpet, and in a matter of seconds, you'll see colours and light that you'd forgotten were even there.
And these days, I think this is such a good idea now, because I think a lot of us we're staying put, aren't we? Because of, everything that's going on in the world, less of us are, moving around and everything else. If you're renting somewhere, you know that you need to leave your property these days. The contracts you sign and everything else for when you actually leave a rented property, you have to leave it in exactly the same state as basically you found it. And that can mean things like carpets, because otherwise you lose part of your deposit. I did out of that rented place because I had a really, really bad stain at the top of the stairs, just could not get it out whatsoever. Carpet Master wasn't around for me to get them. Do you know what? That cost me about 180 quid in a lost deposit. But there you go. That's life, isn't it, sometimes? But that doesn't need to happen to you, because you have got this kit right now. It is the original and the best. The Carpet Master, the original carpet and fabric cleaner. Now, do remember, yes, it does your carpets, but you saw David there with the blouse and the beetroot, taking the stain out of the beetroot. So if on this lovely shirt, which I quite like, which is white and blue, if I spill a coffee stain or more likely chocolate ice cream on it, I can actually use the Carpet Master, spray it directly on. You get the trigger spray with the bottles as well. I can go straight onto that stain. I can remove that stain straight away, throw it in the wash, and that's it. I don't even need to buy those special, and we all know the kind of things that you buy to put in the washing machine to try and remove stains and how expensive that is, and you hardly ever use it. This is brilliant. $24.99, remember, is the price for your 3 bottles. They've all got a trade price on them, so they should be $9.99 on their own. You're also getting the trigger spray. You're also getting that foam roller head as well, which is brilliant. You can actually just hold that in your hand as well if you wanted shorter, but you can add the extension handle to it, so you can have it long handle, so you don't even have to have a back-breaking job either. I was just thinking, the stair demonstration that we saw? Those machines that you rent, you can't get those onto a stair. You couldn't hold them there. They'd push you down the stairs. Remember, you're also getting another 3 bottles as well. So $24.99, not only are you getting the 3 bottles in the original kit, but David's given us another 3 as well. So this is brilliant. 10, 20, 30 pounds of bonus being included at no extra charge. But remember, it's for those people that call quick and sharp right now. Don't wait to the end of the show. We're almost out of time, to be honest with you. So call us now on that free telephone number, or you can go onto the website. You can always beat the queues because it's always very busy on the phone lines. 0808 123 3333, or you see down there, is your website as well, pricecrash.tv. Go and have a little look there as well. But listen, before we go, get yourself on the phone lines. If you're on Sky, you can pause us and go and make your call, and then David will do some more demos for us as well. But this is,
it is
awesome, David.
Yeah, and that offer is fantastic. 6 bottles is a tremendous deal. Now, the applicator is very, very simple to use, and remember, it's got the brushes and rollers. You can rinse these out if you want. If you pick up anything that's a bit nasty, maybe something the cat or dog left behind, you know, you can rinse them out under the tap. The handle just screws together, so remember how that works, and very, very simply, each section, it comes in 4 sections, and each section, so you know, you just slot that little bit there into there, and then give it a twist and it locks up. So you've got that bit.
I think there's something else that you should know about this as well, because often cleaners, and I don't want to knock or denigrate that other spray cleaner, but they are often £5 or £6 a can, and you almost have to stand back and spray it and put a mask on and then gloves and everything else, and it smells revolting. I have to say, the Carpet Master actually smells very fresh, very pleasant. It's lovely.
Yes, it is. And it adds a fresh fragrance to the house. And also, if you have got any stains or anything where the pets have left anything behind, it annihilates whatever they've done, because they have a tendency to come back to where they originally started. Now, what's happening with this is you've got the foam in there. And remember, it's the foam that's doing the cleaning. So as you can see there on my finger, that's the foam in the rollers, nice and rich and thick. That's what's cleaning the carpet, and that's what's going to leave it absolutely perfect. And that's a plain carpet, very, very hard to clean, but we've got shoe polish and poster paint on there, and it's brought it up no problem.
Sorry, David. Do you know I'm still coughing from that stuff that you sprayed? Again, I'm telling you, I'm taking that off you and disposing of it.
Okay,
because
it's chuck that. I'll get rid of that in a second.
It is one of those things. Yeah, let's do these really, really terrible stains again.
The terrible stains.
The worst we can throw at it, because actually I think, you know, there's no demonstration like, you know, the most extreme demonstration.
That's right.
Beetroot, if you get it on your skin, you know how long it can take to get off.
Exactly.
So beetroot on a carpet.
Yeah, cola as well, that's gone in there. We're putting plenty on as well. We're not just putting a tiny little bit. We're also putting coffee on there, and we've got some red wine as well. So we've actually got a dirty, disgusting, filthy, horrible mess.
One quick question, David, because people will say, okay, what about types of carpet? Because there's quite a few types of carpet.
Yeah, all carpets it will work perfectly on. So whether it's wool, nylon, polypropylene, or Wilton and Axminster, you know, any of these stain-resistant carpets, they're all very well, but what happens is you've got to get the stain out. It's all right, it's saying, well, you know, it doesn't really show or whatever, but the stain is still in there. The great thing about this is that this actually, we'll do it with the cap. The great thing about it is that this actually draws the stain out in the foam. Now remember what happens, the foam turns to a powdery crystal, and after about half an hour to an hour, you vacuum over, that's all you need to do. Just give it an ordinary vacuum, and the crystallized foam that's encapsulated the dirt goes up into the vacuum cleaner. So the dirt that you haven't removed, if there's anything left that you haven't quite removed, it will go when you vacuum it. So give it your application like this. Go over it a second time if it's a dried-in stain. So for fresh stains, they'll come out like I've just done there. If it's a dried-in stain, give it a second application, vacuum over, the job's done. Beetroot, coffee, cola, wine, shoe polish and fountain pen ink. I think you've got to agree with me, that is absolutely second to none. And I'm using it with my fingers, so it's not like I've got magic hands or anything, or magic fingers. But the idea is use it with a cloth, a sponge, an applicator. Use it with our applicator with the head there with the sponges and rollers, and it works perfectly.
It's not everyone that says you haven't got magic hands. Right, listen, we're out of time. Thank you, David.
Pleasure.
Listen, I have to just say something to you. We're about to run out of time. We're literally in the last few seconds of this. Do pick up the phone and grab this now while you can. Listen, I talk to you on a lot of different channels on a lot of different subjects, and I remember back in the mid-2000s when we did the original Price Crash on TV. I have seen this demonstration, and I never pretend to you that I've never seen it before. I have seen this demonstration hundreds, if maybe not thousands of times with David over the years, and this product never fails to deliver. It's brilliant. I think you should get yours now as quickly as you can. Let me remind you what you're getting. £24.99. You're getting the 3 half-litre bottles here. They've all got a trade price on them. They should be sold at £9.99, like the rest of our fabulous products like EGR and others. So that technically is £30 worth, even in just the bottles. But remember, you're getting the trigger spray for the bottle, which you'll need. You're getting the applicator with the sponge and the rollers, which is brilliant. You're also getting the long extension handle, but in true Price Crash style, and this is why I love this channel, and this is why I am back here with you on this channel, because look, you are getting another 3 bottles of the Carpet Master at no extra charge. Please make that call. I've got to move on. Remember, you can call after the show as well. Here's the final details for you. It's 657 560. It is the original and, in my opinion, the best carpet product you could ever use for your stains and for cleaning. £24.99. Give us a call on that free number, 0808 123 3333.